spending any way to take care of them. So anyway, so we're just spreading the word, and we are so appreciative that you are joining. We want to hear more. What do you do? How we could all collaborate together, how we could be a support for each other's mission, and also for the work we do with our clients. And I mentioned it before, and I want to repeat it again, that what we value is that if we have a need for one of the families we're working with, we could call you directly and say, hey, are you able to, to connect on the phone? Can we connect together? Because a lot of people don't have that, I don't know, they're shy, or they don't have language, or they don't have experience to follow up. And I feel that we could all do such a good job working together to make it easier for people. So thank you so much. And again, please introduce yourself, and thank you for joining. And again, I want to stress, we want to make sure that these networking meetings serve the need of your organization, your mission, and your job purpose. Thank you.
Thanks, Ina. I also forgot to mention the other hat that I wear. Walking Spirit is my organization through which I am working to provide diversity, equity, and inclusion assessments and training from a disability lens. So if you are aware of any organizations that could use that, or if your organization could use that, please feel free to give me a call. I want to hand it over to Julie Barnes. And as I said, she's going to give us a little bit more of an in-depth introduction to Prime Life Enrichment.
Thanks, Jeremy. Hi, everybody. I'm Julie Barnes, and I'm the Community Engagement and Activities Coordinator at Prime Life. We are an adult fitness center, but we deal with mind, body, and spirit through programs that enrich, health classes that enrich. We have lunches, hot lunches 5 days a week. So we have nutrition programs. And these are open to all adults, yes? 21 and over is what we say. And that's not because we serve alcohol, but that's just what we say. We tend to skew probably in the late 60s to mid 70s population wise, but we do have 40-year-olds. And then some of our evening programs do have younger folks in their 20s and 30s, and those are fitness programs. What we've focused on probably since the pandemic has been what we offer the community. And what we offer the community is transportation throughout Hamilton County. It is accessible transportation. It is for persons 50 and over. And there's different criteria with that. But our vehicles we have a fleet of 7 minivans and 2 large capacity vans, one of which is operational currently, and it is a 9-passenger van. That allows for people in wheelchairs to ride in the vehicle in their wheelchair. All of our other vehicles are wheelchair accessible. So these vehicles can bring people to doctor's appointments, they can bring people to Prime Life to participate in activities, and they can bring them to non-essential medical appointments throughout Hamilton County, as well as the Northside hospitals and the VA hospital. We do have a grant that helps with getting people to and from the Veterans Hospital. So our transportation program is one of our shining stars, and it was really active during the pandemic as well. If you haven't been to Prime Life, hopefully a lot of you have been here. And if not, I invite you and encourage you to come by and see our amazing facility, because we have an amazing, bright, I don't know if you guys can see my office. There's a lot of artwork, and that's throughout our facility to make people feel welcome and included, and to bring joy. And basically, Prime Life is a place where adults can come in the morning, have a cup of coffee, maybe a donut or a breakfast bagel, and relax with their friends between their classes. Our classes are designed for aging bodies, as well as they do accommodate individuals with visual impairments and they also accommodate individuals that may not process as quickly as due to age or whatever they're dealing with. And I say that because our instructors are trained both from the Arthritis Foundation, but also just from life. An example is that we have an individual that enjoys our dance classes on land, and she is visually impaired and has written a book about it. And she cannot see our instructor and chooses not to stand up in front of the class, but prefers to dance towards the back. We have squares that are marked off on the floor that allow people to know their space. And she dances in those squares. And we make sure that when she is participating in class, that the classes have music that involve a lot of clapping, because while she may not be able to see the footwork steps, she enjoys the clapping to the beat and enjoys the music that way. So getting to know our individuals and their needs are one of the things that we really pride ourselves on. You guys have probably heard that we have an aquatics program, and those are class-based in the water programs. We have wide steps with railings to accommodate individuals that are able to get in the pool while stepping down, but we also have a lift that allows people that might have a little more difficulty or maybe are transferring from a wheelchair to get in and out of our pool. Our pool is 87 to 92 degrees. It's designed for class-based exercise, Arthritis Foundation, basic movement. We also do Chi, but we have classes that we do have people that participate in with mobility impairment, with memory impairment, and with visual impairment, and they are able to participate and enjoy those classes. Oh, gosh, I could keep going on and on. Jeremy, do you want me to wrap up? I'm just trying to entice you all to come visit me.
Well, so I'm curious, can you talk about, like, I'm assuming you serve anybody, they don't have to be specifically from your county necessarily.
Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me that. We serve anybody from anywhere, but we can transport people from Hamilton County to our facility. Anybody can come here. We do offer scholarship opportunities. So we, recently have been getting folks that are in nursing homes that are on Medicaid and unable to pay, but are coming here for socialization as well as exercise and movement. We do have a track around the interior of our facility, which allows people on wheelchairs, walkers, canes, or just movement to get around. It's also navigated easily by people with visual impairments. And in fact, I had some of the people, some folks that have visual impairments walk it with me to see how I could better improve things, and making sure that our signage is clear, using a lot of black and white so that it's easy to navigate.
Wonderful. So Kaylin has a hand up.
Oh, okay, Kaylin.
Yeah, I have a question. For like each session, is there like a price?
I just said I was bored sitting.
I'm sorry, there's a playback. You were wondering about a charge?
Yes, is it like free sessions or is there a charge for each one, or?
That is an awesome question. So to come to Prime Life, you would be a member. Our meals, you don't have to be a member. Our transportation, you don't have to be a member. But for our classes, as well as our health benefits and our clubs, we do require people to be members. A basic member has track, use of our fitness room, which they're educated on the machines, as well as our clubs, and that is $20. If you are a Medicare Advantage member of Silver Sneakers, Renew Active, Renew Prime, Renew and Fit, the Veterans Administration health benefits, then that $20 is covered. So we take your insurance information and have that. If you want to participate in a class-based activity, either in the water or on land, it is an additional $20. This is a monthly fee. There's no added fee. If you have a health benefit, you could be coming here free as a basic member or paying $20 a month for all the classes you want in the enhanced membership. Does that help? I also mentioned that we do have the ability to have scholarships for individuals. And that is if someone can show financial need. We'd much rather have people coming here, socializing, and utilizing things to stay well and be fit. And so we are always looking for opportunities to get people here and have them utilize scholarship or utilize volunteer hours for work. That way they're also feeling part of the community that we have here. Any other questions?
I do have a question, and
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to, anyway, I missed a little bit of your presentation. I guess my question would be, so you are picking up people in the vans who might have, does insurance pay, like their Medicaid or Medicaid waiver? And can there be a program where they are like brought to the club? You don't have something like where like 5 people signed up and they're from Hamilton County, and on that day, the bus could come and pick them up at 10 a.m. and bring them and take them back at noon.
We do. So it's actually our transportation program is through grant monies, primarily, I believe, through SEQOA and United Way. So we are able to pick up and bring people to Prime Life as well, but they're residents of Hamilton County. We are not able to pick up residents of other counties and bring them to do that. And it is not an insurance program that pays for them. Individuals can, if they're 50 to 60, there is a charge regarding their trips. And if they are 60 or over, then there are no charges for coming to the center or medical appointments, doctor's appointments. There are slight charges, $5 or $8 for people that are going to non-essential trips, like a hair salon, or I believe grocery is an essential trip.
This is so outstanding. Do you have your phone number on the chat?
I can put my phone number on,
and
And I also have our trusty transportation manual to kind of help me as we've been updating and doing things and making the program better serve our community. So I'll put my phone number in there for you, Ina.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Any other questions?
So Julie, just quick clarification on that. I understand your transportation is only within Hamilton County. If somebody can get to Hamilton County, say they have a friend who lives in Hamilton County, are you able to pick them up?
Oh, absolutely. If they're 50 or over, then they can be picked up. We have had that situation where individuals have had, like, maybe they pick up their mom and their mom comes to visit with them for a little bit, and then they're picked up and dropped off at their adult child's home after programming or after their medical appointment. Also, if someone is needing to have a rider with them, as long as they are 18 or over, that rider can go with them. And there's no, like, they're not double charged.
Very good. Okay. So unless anybody else has any questions right now, Julie's contact information. I made the mistake of looking over at the chat for a moment. Julie's contact info is in the chat, and
I'll add my phone number, and know that you guys can come and visit Prime Life at any time. We're happy to give you a tour.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And so James Michaels joined us in the middle of that. And because Julie was talking about some services for people who are blind and visually impaired, I figured I would give James an opportunity to say hello first and introduce himself and Basma real quick. If James is listening. Okay. I will come back and I will go to Maria Holmes.
Hello. I haven't been to your group before. My colleague came the first meeting. So what do you want me to do? Just introduce myself and say who I am and who I work for and what we do?
Yeah. Yeah, we're basically kind of at a speed round point of trying to introduce our organization. But really the goal here is to get all of us connecting. James says that he can't unmute, so I will let him work on that and I'll get back to him in a minute. So really to give everybody an opportunity to understand and get familiar with who is out there working within these communities, what the needs are of the specific areas that you're at. So if you have, tell us who you are, who your organization is, if there is something that we need to be aware of, whether it's an advocacy day for a particular disability or, an opportunity to celebrate an organization's anniversary, anything along those lines.
Okay. And so my name is Maria Holmes. I am a licensed clinical social worker. I work for the Alzheimer's Association here in town. We're a non-profit that deals with any family, anybody dealing with any type of dementia or mild cognitive impairment. We have a range of free programs that we provide to families from some support groups, education programs. We have a 24-hour helpline. I've actually got one of my volunteers that I can see on here, Deanne, runs a support group in association with us. And actually Prime Life provides us with a space to run a support group. So I've been working for the organisation for about 6 years, very happy to reach out to organisations. The one thing I'd like to highlight at the moment currently, especially if there's any organisations on here that deal with people with intellectual developmental disabilities, is that we have a special education series going on currently. We've had some this month, we've got some next month, specifically focused on families that are dealing with a dementia. Primarily it's for people that live with Down syndrome, but that's an unusual program. We haven't put that on before. So they have our standard talks and they've adapted it for the needs of those families. So just really wanted to highlight that this month.
Wonderful, thank you. And if your information is not in the chat, would you please put it in there so that folks, and especially a website, if you've got that, so that folks know how they can see what's going on. And then I will hop right over to Kendall Tilton.
Hi, I'm Kendall Tilton, as you said. I work for Noble. We provide services for primarily people with intellectual disabilities. We have children's service birth through 3, and then adult services, a wide range. Residential day program, most therapies, music therapy. Employment is where my focus is, but I've worked in most of those other places, so I can answer questions about any of those. That's all I've got.
I keep forgetting that I'm muted. So anything necessarily going on right now that we should be aware of that from Noble's end of things?
Well, we're very excited about a partnership with the Englewood Foundation, or I am because this is my project, developing a residential space right in Englewood, right off Washington Street behind Hardee's, if you're familiar. There will be a set aside of, I believe, 25% of the apartments in this new building will be primarily for adults with developmental disabilities. So it'll be multi-use, but it'll be a brand new building. It's gorgeous as it's going up. And there will be an integrated career center, which is what I'll be running on the first floor. So we're working with focusing on that underserved neighborhood, but a wider range as well. So it will be a variety of people in the career center that will be served, targeting multiple underserved populations in that neighborhood. So if you have someone that's looking for housing in that neighborhood, that will be opening up next year. They've broken ground recently, It'll be a nice, I think it's 5 stories now, apartment building.
Wonderful. Kendall, I don't know if you're connected with anybody with accessibility, and I don't see anybody from there that is on today, but both housing and integrated employment are things that they are constantly trying to help consumers with disabilities with. So if you're not connected with them, let me know because I can certainly make introductions for you.
I am not. That'd be helpful. Thanks.
Okay, wonderful. Good. Kaylin, you are up.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kaylin Underhill. I'm a health educator at the Hamilton County Health Department. I'm working with Jim, who could not be present here today, but one thing I just wanted to mention is I'm kind of a new hire, so I started back in June. And so I was trying to look at like gaps of what we're missing, like audience wise. And I found out that this community is something that we really don't have any programs for at all. So I'm going to try to take that leap and kind of just step my toes into that. And I don't know what that looks like right now, but I do want to create more presentations and programs that are directed towards this audience. So
Wonderful. And it's part of the idea behind trying to get this network together. So thank you. Please use this as a resource. Reach out to me. So
thank you.
Yeah. Hannah.
Hi.
Hello.
So I'm Hannah Osterlink. I'm the executive director for the Muscular Dystrophy Family Foundation, and we serve the entire state of Indiana with anybody who has muscular dystrophy. So we do that through a few ways. We have our free events for our families. We recently had a zoo day where we partnered with the zoo, and it was free for families to come and enjoy the zoo. And it was nice for them to see other families. We have a holiday party coming up in December. We have an educational expo that advocates will actually be at. So thank you, Jeremy. That's in November 5th. So we do those. And then we also do van giveaways. So we've done a couple of van giveaways each year. We're hoping to give away 3 accessible vans to families affected by muscular dystrophy this year. That would be the most we've ever done in 1 year. And then we actually recently started last week a new program for partial van assistance. That way we're able to reach even more families. And that actually just went up on the website yesterday. So if you know of anybody who has muscular dystrophy, definitely send them my way. Happy to help because we can either help with partial van assistance, or they can apply for receiving free full van, or they can also apply for financial assistance if they have a wheelchair need, if there's any other piece of equipment need that won't be covered by insurance or waiver.
Very good. Thank you. Courtney, you're up.
Hi, my name is Courtney Scott. I am a policy analyst for INARF, which is the Indiana Association of Rehabilitative Facilities, and actually Kendall from Noble. They are one of our members. So we represent about 66 mostly providers with working directly with the IDD community through Medicaid.
Okay. Anything going on right now that that we need to know about from an Indiana standpoint with folks with disabilities that you guys are working on?
So right now, I think our big focus is, I don't know if you guys are aware of the 1102 subcommittees that are through the DARS Advisory Council. So we just got some of their recommendations out. We really pushed for those in giving advocates a voice is one huge thing. Another thing is with mobile crisis coming up and all the talks around 988, we're really pushing for the IDD community to have a voice and have 988 accessibility. I think is a huge thing we're really pushing for right now.
Okay, thank you. I'm thrilled to have somebody from NARF join us. Thank you so much, and hope to see you next month as well. So
thank you.
Yeah. Kristen.
Morning, I'm Kristen, Ludaker Sieber. I am the Director of Coordination for A Healthier Hamilton County. Originally, I was on Jeremy's very first call. And optimistically, some of you are here because you saw the email I sent out. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. Today, I'm learning a lot. That's why I'm here today. And then I do have one thing that has recently come up. I'm partnering in a grant with the Hamilton County Council on Alcohol and Other Drugs. And my part of that is to offer QPR suicide prevention education and/or plus we could even like combine them, adverse childhood experiences and like trauma sensitive environments. So that type of training, we can put it together, we can keep it separate. But I have those trainings available in my pocket on a grant. I can train anybody who's interested. So if that's something you or your agency would like, let me know.
That is fascinating. Thank you. Lisa. I think I only have one Lisa on here. Yeah.
Good morning. I am Lisa Albano. I'm the Director of Programs with Shepherd Center of Hamilton County. We are one of the senior service centers organizations in the county. We serve seniors who are 55 and older and live in the county to help remain living independently in their own homes as long as safely possible. We have 5 key programs. We have Together Today, which is a socialization program. Reaching Resources, which is essentially a case management program. Community Caring pairs volunteers with clients in their homes to help get their needs met. Our counseling program, we're able to provide counseling to seniors in their home, over the phone, over Zoom, in our office, whatever works best for them. And we have a caregiver support group. And then we also have a guardianship program where we are the court-appointed legal guardian for incapacitated adults in the county. We do have 2 things coming up. We have a new location of our Together Today program in Carmel that started last week. So really excited about that. And then September 27th and 29th, we have in-person trainings for our guardianship program for our volunteer advocates that work with seniors, or not seniors, adults, and kind of one-on-one work with our clients in that program. The majority of our clients in that program are seniors and have a dementia-related diagnosis, but some of them do have intellectual disabilities or developmental disabilities. Some of them have traumatic brain injuries. Some of them have mental health diagnoses or a combination of a few of those. So if anybody has any questions about guardianship for adults in the county, we are the program in the county. And we are always looking for volunteers across all of our programs, but right now specifically for our guardianship program.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I was thrilled when I got your response that you were going to try to make it. So
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Lindsay.
Can I ask Lisa a question?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Emily, go right ahead. And Emily, go ahead and introduce yourself too.
Well, I can do that later, but my question is, you mentioned being guardians. There's a big push right now for supported decision-making as an alternative to guardianship. And I was wondering whether your organization also provides supporters for people who prefer to create SDM agreements rather than go into guardianships.
So for the program that we have, we're the VASIA guardianship program. So it's a nationwide program that specifically pairs volunteer advocates with seniors and incapacitated adults. So we don't do any supported decision-making. However, before we petition the court for guardianship of a client, we have to try any less restrictive alternatives, which could be, a power of attorney or supported decision-making or something like that if they have someone in their life that can do that. However, it's not a service that we can provide because we are the VASIA program that pairs, the volunteers with the clients.
Thanks for clarifying. Do you still want me to introduce myself, Jeremy, or wait?
Yeah, go right ahead. You've got the floor.
Okay. Hi, my name is Emily Munson. I am a policy director and senior attorney at Indiana Disability Rights. We are the state's federally mandated protection and advocacy program So we provide legal, individual, and systemic advocacy on topics ranging from housing to Medicaid waiver or insurance denials to folks who are disabled and are being denied like psychiatric rehabilitation in prison. So a broad range of stuff, but all of it from a legal viewpoint. And I am not able to put my contact info in the chat box, but if you want to find us, we're just in.gov/IDR.
Thanks, Emily. If somebody were to reach out to me asking for your email address, am I able to share that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. So Lindsay, I believe you are next.
Awesome. Good morning, everybody. My name is Lindsay Zarin. I'm a music therapist and the Chief Purpose Officer for Resounding Joy. We're a music therapy not-for-profit, and I'm recognizing lots of faces, which is great. So, trying to get out there. We are specifically serving people who cannot receive music therapy through the Medicaid waivers. So I work a lot with, I have several patients right now with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. I work with children with cancer and epilepsy, a lot of different diagnoses there. And then we also are a unique music therapy practice in that we support the whole family. So even if we're doing individual sessions, I have kids come in with their parents, friends, sisters, aunts, uncles, whoever, because we don't function in a bubble anymore. So it's good to work with people in their natural environment. I do a lot of work in home, and then we're doing a lot of outreach right now into the rural areas. So seeing patients in Cicero and Atlanta and Whitestown, and trying to get out of the donut around Indianapolis and help some people out there who aren't getting as much support. And we do have some grant funding right now. Pretty much everything that we provide is free for families. So if you have families that are interested in music therapy and they're on an insane wait list, or they're not able to receive services through Medicaid waiver, please feel free to give them my email address. It's in the chat, and we can get them started right away. Oh, and if anyone likes 90s music, on October 3rd, we're having a 90s music trivia night at Bar Louie in Carmel. There is a costume contest, so come dressed up as your favorite 90s musician or character. And there will be prizes and games outside of the trivia. And if you can't come to trivia with us that night, just go eat at Bar Louie that day and mention Resounding Joy, and we get a part of your meals. Thank you.
Wonderful. You also have something going on September 17th, right?
Oh yeah, September 17th. Oh yeah. Oh man, I have so much. Yeah, there's a lot, Jeremy. September 17th, I'm part of Special Needs Living is doing a Parent Empowerment Day, and it's for parents of children with disabilities. And this can be adult children with disabilities or an infant with disabilities. So we have breakout sessions led by people to help with marriage, to help single parents, to help parents of adult children and then younger children, help with the waiver, all kinds of stuff. And then a lot of self-care and socializing. There's a food truck that will be on site afterwards, and a food truck social. And if you would like to come, it's free to have a table and have your information out there for families too. So contact me if you're interested.
Wonderful. Thank you. Claire.
I was going to say, it sounds like we have some field trips in our future for this group. I'm Claire. I'm with Hands in Autism. We are in the psychiatry department at IU School of Medicine, and we do a lot of work to help improve the lives of individuals with autism and related disabilities through a lot of resource development and trainings, and everything for family members, for people, professionals working with or caring for individuals with disabilities. So we go to schools a lot and we'll provide trainings, or we'll host trainings through something we just started doing with the Children's Museum. Actually, was hosting some sensory friendly events there. So we're trying to do more of that in the community and beyond Indianapolis as well. So yeah, we're trying to provide more and more resources to just go beyond Indianapolis, Indiana even. So yeah, that's a little bit of what I do.
That's exciting. Thank you for joining us today. All right, everybody has moved around on my screen, so I'm gonna hope that I catch everybody. Chelsea, I think you're next.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chelsea Davey. Can everyone hear me okay? I can hear you all, but you always check with the microphone issues, right? I work with Exodus Refugee Immigration, and my intern Miriam is, or one of our interns, Miriam is on the call as well. So you can skip her, Jeremy, if you'd like. I can provide an update for both. Exodus resettles refugees and other immigrants of humanitarian concern throughout Marion County. And of course, we resettle individuals regardless of a disability or aging. So we are helping elders and individuals who have a variety of medical needs as they arrive to Indiana. And of course, that means that we need to be well-versed in a variety of services that can be provided to folks once we are kind of transitioning out of our intensive care and hopefully connecting and integrating them into their new forever homes in Indianapolis. So it's always good to meet different providers. This is the first one we've been this is the first meeting I've been able to attend. We had a very, very, very busy year assisting the individuals who came from Afghanistan that were living on the bases and now integrating into our regular community. So we have actually pulled back our community outreach. I still owe James something with BOSMA from about a year ago, probably. We had pulled back on community outreach a little bit just because internally we had been so focused and busy to try to meet the needs of our clients that came so unexpectedly. So we're just kind of starting to get out of our Exodus bubble a little bit and get reconnected and try to build those partnerships that can continue serving our clients long after we have kind of stepped back.
We are honored that you're here. I know as I've had started reaching out to you several months ago, I could tell right away how overwhelmed you guys were. So so thrilled to have you join us today. All right, so the next, and please, if there are anybody with disabilities that we can help, if you need to reach out, please feel free to at any time, and we'll try to help connect you with the right organizations to support them. So
yeah, and thanks for including us. We appreciate it.
David Love.
Hello, David Love. I'm the AmeriCorps member that's currently serving with the Center for Interfaith Cooperation. And as the name would suggest, the center as a whole doesn't really focus on any particular disability or health concern. But one aspect, one program that the center does have is a partnership we've had for about 4 years with NAMI Indiana, which works to help increase the I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Sorry, helps increase the knowledge of mental health and mental illness amongst faith leaders and faith communities in general, as well as the general audience who come to our monthly presentations, as well as on the flip side, help mental health professionals better understand faith communities and how to better help members of the particular faith. For instance, last fall we had a panel discussion with members of 4 faith communities that are in Central Indiana, but most people don't know much about them: Hindu, Muslim, Mennonite, and Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, so that people could understand a little bit more about how mental health and mental illness is viewed within those communities. And then we also offer like some of the NAMI programs, and as well as like talks about grief was very, very well attended, very well received in general. Now, recently, NAMI Indiana has had a couple of grants come in for them to start new programs, which is fantastic. But with that, they don't have the bandwidth to continue the program with us, and so we're going to soon be looking for a new partner to do similar things. Yeah, so
Okay.
we'll be looking for more from us soon.
That helps. Thank you, David. And so folks know I cast a pretty wide net. People with disabilities represent a quarter of the population, and that population is constantly growing as conditions of aging are present as disabilities. So the idea here was to connect anybody who might be connected with folks with disabilities or have an interest to be able to support those folks who come into their operations. So we have about 7 minutes left, and if anybody can stay over the hour, that's fine. But I want to get through the last few folks that we have. Kim Williams, would you mind introducing yourself? Okay, I will come back to Kim. Teresa Hedrick.
Hey there, my name is Teresa Hedrick. I am an engagement coordinator with the Epilepsy Foundation representing Indiana. The Epilepsy Foundation offers a variety of resources, whether that be with understanding epilepsy, living with epilepsy, getting involved within communities and volunteer opportunities. We have various programs and research opportunities. I mean, the list goes on. I'm also fairly new, as well as starting in June. And I'm in place of Crystal Higgins, who is our Ohio Executive Director. Crystal, unfortunately, could not make the call this morning, so I am in her place today. But overall, I am here learning more about the various networks and programs, along with the various resources available within Indiana.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us. I didn't know you were going to join us today, so I'm thrilled. Kim, I believe you are able to unmute now. Yeah.
Yes, thank you for your patience. I'm Kim Williams. I'm the Executive Director for the Indiana Parkinson Foundation, and we are a local nonprofit that serves the state of Indiana. We provide valuable programs and services for those with Parkinson's, their caregivers, and their families, but also to any one of you who are serving the Parkinson's community as well. So please reach out at any time if we can be assistance to anyone that you are serving. And it's great to hear from everybody today.
Thank you, Kim. Dawn Mulkey. Okay, I will come back to Dawn. Deanne Sanders. Oh, Dawn just posted, thanks for the invite. I work at the Hendricks County Senior Services as the information and referral advocate. Apologize, I am not set up with a webcam or external mic. I would be happy to scroll down here. I would be happy to speak on what I do and our facility at the next meeting. I will be properly set up with both by then. Thank you, Dawn. It's a pleasure to have you with us. All right. I believe I had gone to Deanne Sanders.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if I was unmuted.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invite. I'm the coordinator for in-home services at Hendricks County Senior Services. And actually I share an office with Dawn. And so we are really excited about all the programs that everybody is sharing today, because we serve seniors in Hendricks County here in Danville. And so if anybody's been to Hendricks County or Mayberries, you kind of know where we're located. But our senior center, I know Dawn next month will kind of give you an overview of what we offer here as an agency. But I basically, I work with, I hire and train people to take care of seniors in Hendricks County in their home. And, you know, so much is going on with the different changes with FSSA, managed care, and we're learning a lot of what's going to happen in the next couple years when it comes to our managed care. And so anyway, we're learning a lot about what we can do to, I don't know if anybody's heard of the term SDOH, social deterrence of health, you know, but we're constantly looking at our senior environment, because basically 80% of the charges that, or 80% of healthcare, when a client declines, it's because of risk factors that, you know, they're trying to stay at home and they're not getting the food they need, or they can't get transportation to a doctor's appointment, or they're not taking their medications right, which is a huge one, or they're not getting exercise or drinking enough and getting nutrition. And so, you know, we as an agency are always looking at how we can better help our seniors, our care and caregivers. We work a lot with caregivers that are taking care of people in their home, their loved ones with Alzheimer's, dementia. We do a support group here for dementia for caregivers. We work with the Alzheimer's Association. So hi, Maria, it's good to see you. But we have other support groups here. We have low vision to help those that are learning that, you know, they are losing their eyesight and they want to, you know, be able to stay as independent as possible with a loss of sight. And so it's good that Bosman's on, because we've had meetings with Bosman before and what they do. We have a diabetes support group to help people understand, you know, how their sugar will affect their lifestyle. And we're hopefully going to have a Parkinson's support group, or work with the Indiana Parkinson's Association and Foundation. And I feel like I'm missing one. Improve your mood. We have a great affiliation with the hospital here, and the social worker or a pastor at the hospital. We do an improve your mood support group every week. And I tell you what, we have a lot of people attend that group. And so even with our Alzheimer's, our dementia support group, they've become a big family, and we just support each other through this journey of what's going on being a caregiver. I always say that caregivers, you know, what was may not be. So you have to learn what to do next, and just try to, you know, accept the journey that you're going to be on, and let us help you.
Thank you, Deanne. We should absolutely talk because that is the world that Advocates Personal Care is working in and trying to help. So I will reach out. Please make certain your contact info is in the chat. If people can stay on for just a few more minutes, I want to give Sarah Cummins from Fuse an opportunity to say hello.
Hi, thanks, Jeremy. I'm Sarah Cummins. I'm with Fuse, Families United for Support and Encouragement, and we empower families and individuals with disabilities and mental health needs. And we serve any age, any disability, and most of our programs are in Central Indiana, but if you need a resource referral information or just another parent to a parent support, that's what we're here, and we serve the entire state in that way. We have a lot of different programs, like our adaptive swim program. We have a teen and young adult program, just a social program that meets at least twice a month and has their own private group on Facebook. And then we have other things like our Destiny Color Guard, which is a performance color guard of all abilities. And we have lots of family fun meetups. It's really just connecting other families also in the community, no matter what age. The one thing I'm really excited about that's coming up is on November 5th, we're taking our Inspiring Abilities Expo to Perry Meridian High School as well. So we'll be on the south side of Indianapolis. We do that annually in the spring in Hancock County, but we're taking that a little bit out of our area and bringing that, and hopefully that'll go really well as well. So we hope to have a lot of you there. If you need information about it, I'll put my information in the chat box too.
Thank you, Sarah. Good luck with that. I know
Thank
I'm
you.
not going to be able to make it that day because you were competing with somebody else.
Are. There's
But,
not enough days in the year,
There
right?
are not, there are not. So, but that's, I know that's one thing we still need to talk about, whether or not we can get some additional representation out there that day. So,
Well, in any way we can support. If you're interested in knowing more about us, please reach out. If there's an opportunity for us to come and speak with your organization, we're happy to do that. We just want to connect as many resources together, much like Jeremy does, within the state. So we're providing to everyone that needs it, because you don't know you need it until you hear about it, right?
yeah, thanks. And unfortunately, so for those of you that haven't left yet, James Michaels wanted to say hello. He kept trying to unmute and for some reason it would not work. So, but he is from BOSMA. BOSMA is an amazing organization that helps people who are blind and visually impaired. And I will try to see if we can get him on next month, perhaps, to talk about that. Obviously, some of you are very familiar with them. So, all right. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And please feel free to reach out if we can be of any assistance to any of those that you're working with.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Okay. Oh,